messing with my sign. Don't kick my sign. Just move to the middle. There you go.
What's up, guys? Hope everyone's having a great week.
Here.
Yeah, we're doing some adjustments. So,
seatbelt.
I think we probably started off talking about, what, ice cream this morning?
No, Xavier came in asking if he could get some ice cream. And the first thing out of my mouth is, we don't have none. Because I don't buy ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't buy milk. None of that. No dairy. But he's like, oh no, Grandma bought some. She bought 3 things of ice cream. More than that, yeah. She bought a small little tub, a big old tub, and some ice cream sandwiches or something. So he's bringing them in, and we're basically like, he brings the first one in, and it's some chocolate cherry cordial.
Yeah, we read the labels.
So we're reading the labels. We're reading the ingredients.
All of them.
And I'm like, okay, nope, that one has red 40 and blue 1. Take it back. So he brings us the vanilla. And it's like, okay, it's a bunch of soy products. Not soy, but a bunch of milk products. It had milk as one of the first ingredients. It had skim milk.
Fructose corn syrup.
It had
soy lectin.
It had whey. I mean, it was like all straight milk products.
A bunch of preservatives.
And then it had caramel color.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys that don't know, caramel color is not a freaking color. It's actually a dye. And it's almost just as bad as using like red 40 or blue 1, because you don't know what's actually in caramel color dye, like at all. Like they won't disclose that. You can call a company up and they can be like, I'm not going to tell you what's in our caramel color.
Yeah, toxic, poison.
Who knows? But he brought us the what were they? Ice cream sandwiches?
Yeah, the ice cream. No, the ice cream bars.
The bars, whatever they were.
With the vanilla on the inside.
Yeah.
Same deal. Same type story.
Polysorbate 80.
Yeah, I never even heard of that.
We had to research what that
one was. So
what
is polysorbate 80?
It's an emulsifier. So basically they use it mostly in beauty products more than food. But it's basically a dehydration of sugar alcohol.
So after all that, what did we talk about? You brought up Icy's Plain and Fancy?
Oh, so I looked up some vegan places, because we were talking about getting an ice cream ball to make our own in-house ice cream.
Yep.
Looked up the ball, looked at the reviews, and the ball looks great. It looks super fun, something Xavier could really be into. We could play around and go outside and do stuff with. Reviews, 34% positive.
That's low.
Like 26% of them was like an F rating, a 1-star.
Yeah.
And I was reading through a bunch of these reviews. Even the 3-star reviews were complaining that it leaks. You have to like Superman screw this tight to prevent it from doing that, and then to get it unleaked, people are talking about they had to get like pliers to grip it so they could turn it and open it back up. And then because the ball is shaped the way it is, it's hard to get in there to get the ice cream out. Like they're talking about like there's leftover residue all the time from not being able to get to the bottom of these bowls.
So we originally looked at that probably 3 to 4 years ago
when it first came out,
and it sounded like a great idea. But
it is a great concept.
Obviously, we didn't look really in depth into what the product was.
Well, this is the product that we were looking at is the second model. So the one that we looked at a couple years ago was their first model. This is the new model, and it still is having issues. It's leaking. It's got a bad, sealant thing like that on it. So I was like, oh, we'll just get a regular ice cream machine, later on, whatnot. And I was like, well, let's go see if we want to go get some ice cream, because he's wanting ice cream. We'll go get some, but it's got to be vegan.
What you think about the ice cream ball, buddy?
You gotta move your arm, sweetie. I can't see. Slid that way. There you go.
Yeah, there you get some camera time.
There he is.
There you go.
Oh, no. Well, what did you remember when we first started looking at it? And you were like, oh, that's kind of cool. And we were watching the video. Well, what did you think once I started reading the reviews? It was horrible. Would you want to get something like that, or would you rather just get a regular machine that just makes it for you really quick? Regular machine.
Oh, look, Ted Drew's. That's where we're going?
No, we're not going to Ted Drew's.
Ain't going to Ted Drew's?
You don't have time. Go ahead. Pretty decent crowd. Pretty decent line. It's only also 3:30 in the afternoon, so people are still at work. But so...
What's some of the places that you brung up?
Well, yeah, so I basically told Antonio, I said, let's go get some ice cream before we got to take him, back home. I was like, let's just go do that. I think I'm going the wrong way now. Yep, I am going the wrong way now. Hold on.
Also, I don't even know where she's going.
No, I forgot I needed
But
to go that
the
way.
the first ice cream place that came to my mind was Clementine's.
Clementine's. So we're looking for a vegan ice cream shop. And Clementine's is always the first one that comes up because we have been there before. We've gotten their vegan ice cream before. But the one that popped up first after Clementine's, I guess, was Ice's, Plain and Fancy. And so they're known for making their ice cream with nitro.
I don't care about that. I mean, we've been there like 3-4 times.
No, I think we've been there 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And all 3 times, like, the concept behind it is great. I love that they make it like right in front of you with the nitrogen gas, like, but it'd be so much cooler if they made it into an experience.
Yeah.
Every time we've gone in there, it's boring.
Yeah,
like
the people are boring.
The one girl that did our stuff last time had a
attitudes.
crappy attitude.
Yep.
And I was so turned off from going there again. I love their product and I love what they're doing.
Their product is okay.
Well, I love the concept of like the nitrogen, like the experience you get to do.
It's only as good
watching.
as the experience.
But they kind of turned me off with that attitude crap. Like,
yeah,
you got to have customer service first and foremost before you have a product.
that's the only thing you gotta do.
So, kind of scrolling through, looking, and everything that popped up was like Ices and Clementines, and then like Tower Grove Creamery popped up, and I was like, okay. Except Tower Grove Creamery doesn't have any vegan options. If they do, it's a sorbet. I don't want fruit. Okay. It's rerouting me. Hold on. Because it doesn't know where I'm going.
Allison, the only person I don't know where she going. Keep straight.
Nope. There we go.
So I'm not really a big sorbet fan. I like sorbet every now and then, but when I do eat sorbet, I really like lemon and peach. They're my 2 favorite
but
sorbets.
if I'm going to do a sorbet, I'm going to do it because I want it. I wanted ice cream, like a vegan ice cream. So the next thing that popped up was a place called Serendipity. And we've looked at them before.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that.
So we would have went there.
Well, I remember seeing them. They have like a little ice cream truck.
Yep.
And I've seen them like over by the Cortex building where you used to work and stuff.
Right.
So they have not a ton. They don't even really have any vegan options. But the reason why we're staying away from vegan is because milk, we don't know where the milk is coming from.
Yeah.
That's a big issue for us. Is I don't like knowing that my milk can come from some random cow at a corn-fed factory, for all I know. But Serendipity, their motto, or their model, not motto, their model is using pasture-raised cows, which is what we eat when we do eat beef.
Yep.
Excuse me, it has to be pasture-raised. There's no GMOs, no antibiotics, no RBST, BST, yeah, I always say that.
Get your letters right.
Yeah. So by Serendipity using pasture-raised cows for their milk and their cream, I know that I'm getting the same quality product that I would at ooh, excuse me, pasture-raised. I was blanking on what I was saying. That I get when I purchase my own meat, things like that. So we're gonna go check them out.
Yep, we're gonna.
Did you even look at the flavors they offer?
Yeah, I'm gonna get cinnamon or vanilla. How about you, buddy? Did you look at the flavors?
Yeah.
What you gonna get? What do you think you want to get?
I forgot.
So
I might get one of those specials.
They're specials. How about you, honey?
I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to seeing what kind of specials they have right now, because those are usually where I like to go for to see how creative and out of the box they can be.
So we're definitely gonna be doing the how do we rate it for Serendipity. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe and check the notification bell so you can get notified for new videos. And guess what, guys? We'll see you later.
We out.